What's going on, guys? Sports Cards and Non here. Today I'm going to be bringing you a video on how to properly package a sports card or a trading card in general. Sometimes people do this improperly. To be honest with you, it's more for if you're selling cards and you don't know how to do it properly, you might get bad reviews. I've never had a bad review. I don't have a whole ton of cards sold, but I've sold dozens of cards on eBay. And I've never had a bad review on packaging. I did do research myself when I first started just to make sure I was doing it right. So I'm going to kind of give you the idea of, the bare minimums for cards to still keep people happy. More importantly, this is just good for the sport because there's plenty of cards being shipped, here and there. And you just got to know how to do it properly. So we're going to go over that today. This video specifically is for cards under $20 to keep your shipping price low. Over $20 cards, which I'm sure people also are interested in. I'll make a separate video and I'll try to link it up top here if I can, just to kind of give you guys an idea. But this is strictly for cards $20 or lower, where we're using the eBay standard envelope. So to get started, this is all the supplies you're going to need. You're going to want some masking tape. I mean, honestly, just to keep it there, just keep it simple. You're going to do regular tape. This is just to tape the shipping label as well as the front of the envelope. And then I have the shipping label here. I'm just not going to show it. Some scissors, and then the card itself. So the card that we're talking about today, this is just the card I sold on my eBay store. It's an Alexander Ovechkin mini wrapper hockey card. So I'm going to use this as an example. I'm going to pack it up for you to kind of show you guys how it works. So first thing I like to do is I'm just going to cut the shipping label and put it to the back, or tape it to the back. It's kind of the first thing you want to do, just because it'll be a mess trying to do it while the card is in the envelope. And you also might do damage to the card if you try to do it after the card's already in the envelope and you taped it shut. So let me get the label on here real quick and then we'll move on. All right, guys, now that I have it taped, you're going to want to tape the shipping label all four sides, bare minimum, if you feel like there might be a chance of like rain. Honestly, I used to do it. I don't really do it anymore, but tape across this, or even because up top you already have that tape, but tape across that just in case there's some rain damage and whatnot. But bare minimum, all four sides. I just use a standard shipping label. I print from a regular printer. Some people have the ones where it already comes with a sticky on the outside. I don't really do that. I'm sure I'll do it in the future, just not right now. So next thing we're going to want to do is get the card ready. So this one's a smaller card. We're still going to put a small piece. This is what the masking tape is for. We're still going to put a small piece right here on top, and that's just to make sure that the card can't escape. There's literally no way of it getting out, with a little bit of tape right there. So this is quite simple. I'm only shipping one card here. What I like to do is I have so many extra cards, so if I have another card kind of like just sitting in a binder of the same player or fighter or trading card, whatever I'm selling at the time, if I have an extra one, I'll actually put a freebie in there. Unfortunately, Alexander Ovechkin, I do not have too many, so we're gonna put it in there. Take off or whatever you're doing. If it's a lick, you lick it. You're gonna pop that bad boy in there, and then we're gonna give it one more tape right here across the envelope, kind of right there on the seal where it is. It's just kind of like a tamper seal almost. It's just a little extra protection. That way they know, you actually care about the card. You want to make sure it gets to them safely. I know cards get stolen in the mail. I'm sure you know someone, but it's happened to me personally. So I usually add that little tamper seal. That way they know that it's a little extra protection, nothing too crazy. So that's the basics. I'm going to drop a screenshot of the dimensions that I use for the packaging to make this so cheap. So this one specifically for shipping, it's standard. It's about 69 cents. So you think about a card and you see the shipping. Sometimes it could throw people off. I used to ship cards and it costed them $5 for shipping for a card that was like $1 or $2. So it kind of steers people away from buying the cards that you want, that you're posting. So I found a way to make it to where it's very cheap. And again, this is for $20 or below cards. Obviously, I've sold multiple cards over $50, $100 and whatnot. And there's a separate way to do it just to add a little extra protection. It does cost a little extra on the shipping. Most of the time people don't mind though, because they're already paying for a card that's a little more expensive. So Like I said, I'll make a video on that separately, but this is just simply for a card. The general cards people usually have $5, $10. I think this one was $6 total. The little Alexander Ovechkin card. But that is, in a nutshell, the process. Very simple, very easy, you know, everyday items. Like I said, we just have the tape, the scissors, the masking tape, and then the envelope itself. And these envelopes, the dimensions are, it's just normal standard envelopes you find at, you know, Walgreens or Walmart. So if you guys have any questions, like I said, I'm going to drop the link in the description, not a link. I'm going to drop the dimensions, a screenshot of the dimensions here in a second, just to show you how I type it out on eBay. So you can see how to get that, you know, 69 cent. That's just for a 1 ounce. So per card, the ounces are what matters. So if you're just shipping one card, which I did today, it's just 1 ounce, which is about 69 cents. If there's 2 cards, I just do 2 ounces, which is about 83. And if it's 3 cards, I don't really ship more than 3 cards at a time because you can do it in this envelope still. If it's 3 cards, I do 3 ounces, and it's about $1.20, I believe. So obviously the lower the better, but if you plan on sending like a freebie card, which like I said I usually do, and if I plan on shipping a freebie card, or if there's 2 cards, I'll throw 2 ounces on there just to be on the safe side. Again, these come in less than 1 ounce, but just to be on the safe side, make sure it doesn't get kicked back, I always put it at least 1 ounce, 2 ounces, or 3 ounces. If you guys have any questions, feel free to let me know. Dimensions are going to be up on the screen right now. And just to reiterate real quick before I post the dimensions for the packaging, the bare minimum for shipping out a card should always be a penny sleeve, which are just these little basic plastic sleeves, nothing crazy, as well as a top loader. Obviously, if you're sending out a freebie card and you just have one of these on hand, you ran out of top loaders, that's totally fine. But this is going to be bare minimum protection for the card. Top loaders are a little bit more stiff, so you kind of have a little more protection there. If you're shipping cards out that are $100+, a one-touch case should honestly be bare minimum, but we'll talk about that in the other video. I just wanted to remind you guys, one touch for cards that are, you know, very expensive, that's bare minimum. And then for cards, you know, 2 to 5 to 10 to 20 bucks, we're looking at, you know, penny sleeve and a top loader, bare minimum.